Okay, let's talk about fear. You know the feeling. Your heart starts hammering, your palms get sweaty. It's intense. But what if I told you it's also one of the oldest and most powerful tools your brain has? Its main job, just one thing, keeping you alive. We're going to break down the incredible science of what's happening in your brain when you get scared, and maybe figure out why, against all logic, we kinda love it sometimes. And that right there is the big paradox, isn't it? I mean, think about it. Our bodies developed fear to keep us safe from, actual danger. So why do we willingly line up for roller coasters that make our stomachs drop, or binge watch horror movies from behind a pillow, or even pay good money for someone in a creepy mask to jump out at us? What is going on? And we're not talking about a small group of people either. The scale of this is just massive. Get this, in a single month, back in 2015, over 28 million people in the US went to a haunted house. That's an incredible number of people who are actively choosing to set off their own internal alarm system. So, why? To solve that little mystery, we've got to first understand what fear actually is on a deep biological level. And for that, we need to go back in time, like way, way back. See, this whole fear thing isn't some new human invention. It is ancient. Scientists have actually traced the first flickers of it back almost 545 million years to early crustaceans. For our own ancestors, that hardwired instinct was literally the difference between life and death. Dodging a predator, running from a threat. And that exact same ancient wiring, it's still inside us today, passed down through our genes. The command center for all of this is a tiny part of the brain called the amygdala. You can think of it as your lizard brain. It's this primitive, super fast threat detector. When your eyes see something that might be dangerous, the amygdala just fires off a warning signal before your conscious thinking brain even knows what's happening. It's all about pure, instant reaction. Now, this brings up a really important distinction scientists make between fear and anxiety. Fear is your reaction to an immediate, real threat, like a lion is actually chasing you. Anxiety, on the other hand, is more of a mental thing. It's a reaction to a perceived threat, something that's not happening right now, but you're worried it might. But here's the crazy part. Your body can trigger the exact same physical fight or flight response for both. So when that amygdala alarm bell goes off, what is actually happening inside your body? Well, it sets off this incredibly powerful and almost instantaneous chemical reaction. It's like a cascade. And this all happens faster than you can blink. Your eyes see a threat, boom, the amygdala fires. That signals the hypothalamus, which then kicks your whole nervous system into high gear. And then your body just gets flooded with this amazing cocktail of chemicals, all designed for one thing, survival. And what a cocktail it is. You've got adrenaline for that huge burst of energy and focus. You get cortisol, the stress hormone. Endorphins kick in as natural painkillers. You even get oxytocin, which can help us bond with people around us in a crisis. But here's a key clue to our whole puzzle. You also get a hit of dopamine, and that's the same chemical that's linked to pleasure and reward. Very interesting. The physical results of all these chemicals rushing through you is what we all know as the fight or flight response. Your heart starts pounding to plump blood to your muscles, you start breathing faster to get more oxygen, your pupils get huge to let in more light. Your body is literally getting itself ready for peak performance, to either fight off the danger or run from it as fast as you possibly can. Okay, so we have this powerful, ancient survival system that floods us with all these feel-good, feel-energized chemicals. So now, let's finally connect the dots. Let's solve our big question. Why is this sometimes fun? The entire secret, the key to the whole thing, comes down to one single factor: context. Your brain has to know on some level that you aren't in any real danger. So think of it this way. It's like you have two different brains working at the same time. You've got your amygdala. One scientist calls it the dog inside me, and it just reacts instantly. It sees the monster on the screen and starts barking, "Danger, danger!" But then your more advanced thinking brain, your prefrontal cortex, steps in. That's the thinking human part that looks at the situation and goes, "Whoa, whoa, calm down. It's just a movie. We're totally..." And that right there is the magic trick. Once your prefrontal cortex gives that all-clear signal, it lets you relabel that whole high-energy, adrenaline-fueled state. It's not terror anymore, it's excitement. It's not danger, it's thrilling. You get to experience that amazing chemical rush, that natural high, without any of the actual risk. But it turns out the benefits of a good scare go even deeper than just that natural high. There are some really surprising psychological perks that we get from facing our fears in a safe, controlled way. I mean, think about it. When you walk out of that haunted house or the credits start rolling, you get this huge rush of confidence, right? A sense of mastery, like, I did it, I survived. It can also build these incredibly strong social bonds when you go through it with friends. It acts like a mental reset, making your everyday worries feel a lot smaller. And in a weird way, it's a safe place for our ancient brain to practice its survival drills. And that social bonding thing is so powerful. Psychologists actually have a name for it: emotional contagion. When you're in a group and you hear your friend scream, it literally activates similar parts of your own brain. It makes your own experience more intense. And sharing that jolt of fear, followed by all the laughter and relief, that creates a really powerful connection. So you see, fear isn't just about survival. It's about context, it's about chemistry, and it's about connection. It's a really deep part of what makes us human. It's a reminder that our bodies are these incredible survival machines, but our minds have this amazing ability to turn terror into a total thrill. So that leaves just one last question for you to think about. What kind of fear helps you feel the most alive?